Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Teacher Kay, and I am very excited to be your teacher for the day. I am here to teach you something different and fun. So, we are going to talk about international news. So, does anyone knows or have an idea what is international news is all about? Hmm? You can raise your hands and share it to us. Okay, I will let you know. So it means that we will learn about important events happening around the world. We will discover some new places, meet interesting people, and understand why these events are very important to us. So I hope you are ready for an exciting journey around the globe. If you have any questions or you want to share your thoughts, please feel free to raise your hand and let's have a great time learning together. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the outline is first warm up activity, next is introduction, third is vocabulary, and then the fourth one is reading, and then we will have some exercises like discussions and then fill in the blanks. Okay, we will start. First is the warm up activity. All right, so this is the activity that we are doing right now. So this is a video of photo taboo, okay? I will just explain it to you carefully because I am just here online, okay? So the step-by-step instructions is first is the preparation. So have a video or a picture that's ready to display on the board. So for example, this one, and then ensure that you have a timer set for only 2 minutes. And then we need to divide the students, split the class into pairs, and then one student in each pair will have their back to the board. All right. And then next one, the other student will face the board, which is the describer, and the first one is the listener. Okay. And then by explaining the rules, the describer, the student will watch the video or look at the picture on the board and describe everything they see to the listener. Then the listener, the student, will listen carefully and try to remember all the details that described by their partner. Okay? And then we need to set the timer. Start the timer for 2 minutes, and then during those 2 minutes, the describer should describe as much as possible about the video or a picture. And then switch roles. If you have enough time, you can let the pairs to switch roles and repeat the activity with a different video or picture. So after the 2 minutes are up, stop the timer, okay? Then the listener should then tell the teacher or the class what information they remember, okay? So the teacher or the describer can add any important details that were missed, okay? So discuss what was challenging about the activity and then highlight the importance of clear communication and attentive listening. So that's the warm-up introduction of our activity. Okay, next slide. Okay, our next slide is about the introduction that provides a brief overview and some fun facts to capture your interest. So today we are going to learn and just a brief background about the continents. So do you have any idea about the continents? Hmm. Okay, so I will just provide you an information. Continents are a large masses on Earth that are separated by the oceans. So as you can see, these are the oceans, the blue ones, and these are all the continents. They are 7 continents in total, and each one is unique and special in its own way. So the continents here are first North America, next is the South America, next is Europe, next is Africa, Asia, Australia, and last is Antarctica. So Where are we living in this continent? Do you have any idea? Hmm. We have a lot of choices here. Okay, so this is the answer. We are staying here in Asia, and this is our continent. And as you know, that Asia is one of the largest continent, right? Oh, nice. And then we will discuss right now is the Africa. Okay, so this is the Africa. Okay, before we begin on this lesson, I will give you some new words on how to automate your vocabulary. Okay, I love that word, automate. Hmm, what does automate means? It's a good question. Automate means it's automatic, so you can do it without thinking. It's like how you increase your fluency and gain confidence. So we can apply some new words for you to know. Okay. Okay, students, what can you say about this photo? Huh? Does anyone knows or any idea? Okay, let's read out loud. It's poverty. Say it again, poverty. Right, it's poverty. So poverty is when people don't have enough money to buy the things they need, like food or clothes and a place to live. So it means living without the basics that help people live comfortably. Mhm. And then when people live in a poverty, they may not have a warm house or enough food to eat. Poverty can make it hard for the children to go to the school because their families don't have enough money for supplies or clothes. So as you can see right now, the children are suffering. So they do not have a proper clothing and then food that they want to eat. They have malnutrition experiences. So unfortunately, these are what is really happening in Africa right now. Next slide is barrier. Okay, say it again. Barrier. A barrier is something that stops or make it hard for people to do something. So an example here is a dog. And the tall fence was a barrier. This is the tall fence that kept the dog from running into the road. And then another one is a language barrier. If there is a language barrier, it might be hard to talk to friends who speak in a different language. So for an example, that a student who is speaking English and then another student speaking in Chinese, and then they do not understand what they are talking about, so it results to a language barrier. Something like that, right? Okay, another word is non-profit. Can you say it out loud? It's non-profit. Okay? What can you say about this photo? Hmm? So there's an helping hand with a heart, and then the money is not allowed, and then the other uh, photo is more an organization, which is a worldwide fund for nature. So does anyone has an idea about this? So what's the nonprofit means? So nonprofit is an organization that uses its money to help people or support for a cause. So this is for a cause, rather than making a profit for itself. The nonprofits collects donations to provide food for families in need. So this is an example of a donation, like socks, toys, clothes, and then an animal shelter. So they are giving it for free. So that's what nonprofit means. And then this is an example of a volunteer organization. So she volunteers at a nonprofit that protects the animals in their homes. Next slide is entrepreneurship. So students, do you have any idea to this word, entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is when people come up with new ideas for businesses or projects and work hard to make them successful. For example, Mia and her brother used their entrepreneurship skills to start a lemonade stand and sell drinks to their neighbors. Okay. In our class, we learned about the entrepreneurship by creating our small businesses and planning how to run them. So these are the examples of a small businesses like a virtual assistant, florist, pizza parlor, pet sitter, bookkeeper, and a candy maker. The next word is burden. Okay, say it again right after me. Burden. A burden is something heavy or difficult that someone has to carry or deal with. It can be physical weight or something that causes a lot of worry or trouble. So students, what can you say about this photo? Hmm. So the first photo, the kid is holding a cabinet box. And then the second one is the guy who is carrying a lot of loads, like this one, job, family, financial, relationship, and then health. Carrying a heavy backpack all day can be a burden on your shoulders. So I think every students are carrying a heavy backpack, right? Especially if you have a lot of books, okay? And then helping to clean up after a big party is a burden. So if you have to do it alone, it's resulting a burden. So everyone, I think you need to help all your parents to clean the house after you have a big party, okay? Okay, next activity. Let's read the news. Our next activity is an article, and I will be using some vocabulary words that we used and discussed a while ago. Before we start, I would like to request everyone to get a pen and paper, and I would like you to write down or any words that you do not understand, and we will discuss it later, okay? Okay, so this topic is from CNN News. It's just a recent article, and the title of our article is "The Outfit That Grows 6 Sizes and Helps African Girls Stay in School." So, since we chose the topic of Africa, the continent of Africa, we will discuss it right away. Okay. So, what can you see, students, in this photo? Mhm. Does anyone knows? Okay, uniforms. Okay, a student. It's good. Mhm. Okay, we will discuss it right away. Okay, this is an example of the article of the CNN heroes. I will just read some part of it and I will just explain it after. In many parts of the world, girls often miss out on education due to household duties and needed contributions at home. Poverty is a significant barrier, resulting in 130 million girls not attending school globally, as their education is often ignored. So, as you can see here, we use the poverty and the barrier that we discussed a while ago, right? Oh, okay. On this photo, the girl cannot attend the school. Why? It's because in Africa, unfortunately, they are experiencing poverty and the education is was ignored. Next slide is on this one, Phaethon. So this is Phaethon, inspired by the global challenge of women and girls, founded the non-profit organization styled Her Empowered She. So the meaning of she is styled Her Empowered. Her journey began with an entrepreneurship class project, which led to winning the money to start She. The organization creates sustainable education and the employment opportunities for girls and women world. So Phaeton, who created the non-profit organization helping the Africans to continue their education. Something like that. And then the next photo is, what can you say about this one? Hmm? Okay, female students attending the school, right? Good example. Okay, so this photo are the African students who are now wearing a school uniform. So isn't it amazing? As you can see, the students can now attend school and they look awesome, right? So this photo shows on how the seamstress are the one who measuring or creating the clothes, uh, like uniforms to have properly fit, like this one. And fortunately, the good thing about this nonprofit project is they can adjust the size of the clothing once they grow older fast. So how really unique, cool is that, right? So what a brilliant idea. So here, so the seamstress adjusting the clothes. So once they grow old, they will adjust it right away. So the she created the school uniforms are designed to grow with the child, expanding up to 6 sizes and 12 inches in length. And this reduces the financial burden of families, ensuring that they can continue their education without needing a new uniform frequently. So as you can see here in the photo, they are growing so fast and quickly. So once they grow fast, they will adjust the clothing uniforms right away. How cool is that, right? She supports girls with full tuition scholarships and school supplies. So on this one, they attend school for free. And then on this photo, the organization employs 20 seamstresses from low-income backgrounds. And this approach keep the girls in the empowers of local women. So as you can see here in the photo, the children starts to attend the school. Okay, so do you have any questions or feel free to ask anything so we can interact on the topic? Yes, okay. So is there anyone who wrote down words that they wanted to understand? Let me see your papers and then we can discuss it right away. If not, we can proceed with the discussion, okay? Okay, so these are some examples of a discussion. What are the main challenges girls facing in getting an education? And how do uniform girls help solve these challenges? And then what are some other solutions to provide girls education? Okay. Okay, next activity is fill in the blanks. So let's have some quick activity and it is about fill in the blanks. On this activity is about how you understand the words on the article that we discussed a while ago. Okay, so on this slide is we have some words that we used a while ago. So burden, entrepreneurship, nonprofit, poverty, and barrier. Number one, okay, anyone can read the question, okay? So first is not having enough money can be, what's the answer for this one? Okay, not having enough money can be a blank to going to school. So what do you think is the answer? Mhm. Okay, right. Okay, very good. The answer is barrier to going to school. Okay, next question. Number two, if you have too many books to carry, it can feel like a blank on your, what's the answer? Any guess? You can answer it right away. Okay, the answer is burden. Okay, very good. Number three, Many people live in blank and find it hard to afford school supplies. Anyone? What's the answer? Okay, another answer? Are you sure? Okay, the answer is poverty. The next one is blank can help people create jobs and new ways to help others. Oh, okay. Answer first. What's the answer? Okay, the answer is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship can help people create jobs and new ways to help others. Number 5, last question. She is a blank that helps girls go to school and provides many things you need. So what's the answer here? Mm-hmm. Are you sure? Okay, we have a lot of words here. You can choose. What's the answer? Okay, non-profit. Very good. She is a non-profit that helps girls go to school and provides many things they need. Okay, that's the end of our activity for today. Thank you everyone who listened to me and participate on our class. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach me right away. I will give you my phone number and my email addresses, or we can have a line group in our students so we can interact closely. Okay, so thank you everyone and have a good day.